I saw The Long Walk last weekend, and this movie touches on a really interesting component of filmmaking, which is camera movement. As you can guess from seeing the trailer or even from just hearing the name of the movie, the concept has to do with walking, and so the characters are constantly moving. A walk and talk is a concept that's been popularized in movies and TV shows because it gives dynamism to the scene. It makes it more exciting when the characters are moving and also talking at the same time, and it's more enticing to keep the audience entertained. In this scene from Seven, for example, the blocking in the actual scene and where the characters are standing, whether they're leading the other character or not, can tell us just as much about the characters themselves as what they're actually saying. So why is it interesting and complicated to make a movie that basically has that setup for the entire film? Well, because there's only a couple ways you can keep the camera moving the whole time. Now, this is one of the most common ways. We can see a dolly here on a track. You can also just shoot handheld and move the camera freely. But if you want it to be smooth, you have to either use a few pieces of equipment. You can use a gimbal, this is a complex kind of version here where you can see it connects around his back to kind of off-weight the camera for some of these heavier film cameras, or you can use a crane or some other methods to move the camera. But with the camera moving and the character moving, you have to make sure you're maintaining focus the whole time, and the lighting has to match throughout the entire sequence. So, why put your cast and crew through something that is a lot more difficult than just shooting individual setups where the characters can stand in place? For one, especially in this movie, if it informs the story. In the story, the characters are competing in a dystopian future where all these young men are walking as long as they can until only one remains. If you go below the speed or if you step off the course, you are shot and killed. So the camera continually moving throughout the story helps us feel the momentum and the stress of the characters. It keeps things moving, dynamic, and at a high pace where we might feel the nerves and anxiety and tension of the film. Or in just really simple terms, the story is always moving after the starting gun goes off, the characters are always moving, and then we are also always moving as the audience because we are experiencing the movie through the lens of the camera. Overall, it was a really cool idea and a really well executed film. Let me know what you guys think about this concept below in the comments.